Good afternoon or morning, everyone, and welcome for another exciting installment of Coffee with Thad and Dan. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, brother.
So what do you got there in that slim, nice can there?
Yeah, I need a little help today, kicking the day in the teeth, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And so this caught my eye at the gas station. Never had it before, but it is Marley's One Drop Mocha All Natural with premium Jamaican coffee. It's a little chilled coffee beverage to make some headway and progress in the day.
That sounds great.
What about yourself?
I actually have normal coffee. Not decaf, normal vineyard coffee. I too also need a little help kicking the day in the teeth, so I'm drinking the real stuff.
Cheers!
I know.
Alrighty.
Never thought you'd see the day.
Wow.
Well, anyways, our topic of discussion today was one that we couldn't figure out, so we asked some random people, and this is what we got. The topic of the day is, what do you do when someone new comes to your small group? Now, this is a great topic, and I think that's one that's definitely worth talking about, and there's a couple of things that I think are definitely good pointers. One of the things, though, is I've seen this done very well, and I've seen it done very poorly. And the times that it's done poorly is generally just because there is just a malaise of awkwardness. Now, most of the times that it's done poorly, it's had to do with me, because I am actually indeed quite awkward, and I either come on too strong, or I come on not too strong enough. I'm excited I'm there, so I just bombard them. Or I don't want to be too excited so they feel ignored. But anyways, a good always point to remember is, as awkward as it is to have a new person at your small group, they always feel worse. A lot of us think maybe we've been in a small group so long we don't remember actually how kind of scary it is to go to a small group for the first time. Think about it. You're going to a home. You've probably never even been there before. You might be going to a small group where you don't even know anyone there. That takes a lot of courage. A lot of people actually will probably come to a small group if they're invited because they know someone. One of the greatest things, or a great thing that I've seen a small group leader do, is someone who is interested in joining the small group, they just actually hung out with them one time and got some coffee or something like that beforehand, so the person kind of felt comfortable with the leader. But one thing that I think is really important is you want to make sure that they feel welcomed right in the door. There's all sorts of systems that we use to kind of keep track of people. We like to try to get their email and their full name and stuff like that. And I mean, that's really important. You generally don't want to start there, but I think the most important thing is just to be welcome right off the bat. I always try to pair people. A good way to introduce people is actually, if you meet someone and you know something about them that would be a middle ground, you introduce the person according to that way. So like if I know Thad likes to trail run, and I like to run, so someone who's introducing us would be, hey Daniel, you should meet Thad. Thad likes to run just like you. So a lot of times when you meet someone, finding out what they like is actually really important. It really helps you introduce someone. And then whoever they meet, they feel comfortable because they already have a middle ground to talk about, and they can make new friends that way quicker. Well, I've been talking a lot. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think, I think one good thing you could do if you know somebody new is going to be coming, email your group ahead of time just to let them know, so they can come prepared to, again, not to bombard them, but they can come prepared and ready to make them feel welcome. When you're going through times of discussion, just calling them out by name and making sure that they have a comfortable place to insert some of their own thoughts or questions or ideas. And then, I think a key component of receiving new people in your group is your follow-up, after that first meeting. Making sure that either yourself or somebody else in your group reaches out to them within a day or two and just says, thanks for coming. If you have any other questions, that we can answer, we'd love to do that for you. Our next meeting is this time. Just kind of completing that process from, like what Dan talked about, just the beginning stages of connecting them with somebody else, to making sure they feel comfortable throughout your meeting, and then following up with them after that first meeting, their initial meeting with you guys is a key component of just onboarding and welcoming new people into our groups.
Yeah. One other point. I have not done this. I think this would be a wonderful idea, especially if your group's a little bit larger. Nominate a point person for that. Find someone who's just naturally friendly, naturally warm, naturally open, and they just know if someone new shows up to group, that's them. That's on them. It's on them to get to know them. It's on them to introduce them to other people. and not quite babysit, but just make sure that they feel comfortable the whole time. So, well, cheers, guys. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I'm excited to see what that drink is like. Is it good?
It's great.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. Anyways, well, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.
All right. Have a good day.